Hey, all. Here we are. It's May 2026. And as I promised in last month's video, I would attempt to try to do one of these every month to give you a heads up on what was going to be coming down the pike for each month for the Creative Asylum podcast. So May 2026 it's pretty awesome. I'm kind of saying this every month, but that's because I have the great fortune of having some fantastic guests. The first Tuesday of May is going to be with none other than Gina Gershon, actress extraordinaire. She's been doing this for over 40 years. I think her first role was in, I want to say 1981. I could be wrong, but I think that's right. She's probably best known for the camp classic Showgirls from the Dutch director Paul Verhoeven. But she's also done dozens of movies, including Face Off with Nicolas Cage, directed by John Woo, Cocktail with Tom Cruise, my personal favorite, which is a movie called Bound, which was the very, very first movie done by the Wachowskis. This is kind of a short interview. It's about a half an hour long because she's been incredibly, incredibly busy promoting her new memoir, which is called Alpha Pussy: How I Survived the Valley and Learned to Love My Boobs. It's a great book. I read it before we talked because that's my policy if somebody has a memoir. After that, May 12th, we have a conversation with Tracy Bonham. You may remember her from her mega alternative hit from 1996, 30 years ago, Mother, Mother, from her debut record called The Burdens of Being Upright. She was only on a major for a couple of records and has been independent and DIY ever since. That particular record actually garnered her the very special place of being the first ever woman to top the Billboard alternative airplay charts. And she actually held that spot until 2013 when Lorde became the second woman to top those charts. Anyway, Tracy Bonham is getting ready to actually do a re-recording and a re-imagination, I suppose you'd say, of that original record from 1996, three years later. This is a cool conversation as well. Well, like I said, they're all cool conversations. May 19th is a conversation with Bette Adriaanse. I probably mangled her name and said it wrong, but she's a Dutch writer and visual artist. She's from Amsterdam. She's written a couple of novels, but in the last couple of years, she co-authored a book with Brian Eno, which is called What Art Does, an Unfinished Theory. Also, this last year, she released a collection of short stories called Slow Stories. And from the Slow Stories book, she collaborated on a musical project, also again with Brian Eno, called Two Slow Stories, which basically marries a couple of stories from the book with her reading them against Brian Eno's music. And so we talk a bit about that process and just about creativity in general. I really enjoyed this conversation a lot. And then we close out May with another exciting entry, the bass player David J., who probably most of you know from the bands Bauhaus and Love and Rockets. He's a lot more than just a bass player. I mean, he's also a guitar player, just broadly a musician. He's had a whole spate of solo records and is actually getting ready to release a collection of re-recorded songs from a box set of demos and ideas that came out a couple years ago. This is a record called Songs from the Attic Revisited. But in addition to being a musician, David J. has also produced a number of records for different artists. He's a playwright. He's directed some of the plays he's written. He is a poet and has actually published books of his own poetry as well as performing them. So yeah, that's kind of the whole month of May. It's kind of amazing. And I consider myself, really fortunate to be able to have these great conversations with these great creative forces. So May 5th, Gina Gershon. May 12th, Tracy Bonham. May 19th, Bette Adriaanse. And May 26th, David J. So that's it. I hope you tune in for all of it. Thanks for being at the Creative Asylum.